Okay, so as we left off, we were talking about the book floating in the air, and if you see a little white little face, yeah, that's an extra visitor that's actually come into our video. You know, life. Sometimes you have to do things in life, and I've got my dog Lucky here and taking care of her, so she'll be assisting me for the rest of the lesson. Hopefully, not distracting me. But anyway, we have our book, and as we said, that our educated guess was that the book would drop on the ground because of gravity. Okay. And then we could expand that hypothesis by saying that the book would fall at a fast rate because of the force taken by the weight of the book, and then it would accelerate to the ground faster. So that would be an expanded hypothesis. Now, the third part of the scientific method that we talked about was the experiment. Now, an experiment could be this. We have our book here, and then we have a paper. Now, as you can see, okay, me working out in the gym, I can lift a paper pretty easily, okay? And this book, yeah, it's a little struggle, okay? So you can see the book, the paper is light. I was lucky, almost ate it during that lesson. And then we have the book, which is a little heavier. Now, if we were going to do an experiment, what I would do is I would take the two, she almost ate it there. I would take the book and the paper, and then I would drop it on the ground at the same time. And what you would see is the book hitting the ground at a faster rate, which we'll try to demonstrate here. Okay, so here's the book. And the book would drop down. You see that? How it would drop down at a faster rate? Now watch the paper. You see how, well, let's try that again. Here's the paper. Now watch, see how it just floats? It floats down because it has less weight. The less weight something has, the less mass it has. Therefore, the less mass, the less acceleration it is going to the ground. So then we make an experiment. Now, what we do in science is we take our experiment, and this could be our control. Now, our control is what we compare things to. So I could compare this object to this to see if it's going to fall. Now, this is, again, probably the size of paper, and it probably would fall at a little faster rate than paper. Well, let's take a look. Okay, it's a little faster, but it probably wouldn't be as accelerated as the book. So that would be basically it. And then you would also take this and compare it with other things and make a control experiment. Then what you would do is you would take your information and see if your hypothesis is true or not true. Remember how we talked earlier? How what we do is from those experiments, we then make a conclusion. Did my hypothesis come true? Did it not come true? Was it partially true? So you make that conclusion. And then what you do is you analyze your results. You put a bar graph up there, a flow chart, and then you have completed the scientific method. So once again, just to reiterate, the scientific method, just to repeat, excuse me, the scientific method is a process. It's a process of obtaining discoveries based on data and observations. How do you do that? You ask questions, you do research, you make an educated guess, and then you do experiments, you test it, and then you draw a conclusion, and then you analyze your result. So I hope you enjoyed my lesson today on scientific method. And before Lucky, this is Lucky, by the way, before we say adieu, have a good day. Bye.